Yo, what's up everyone? So this is a tutorial about biohack. What is biohack? Biohacking is understanding how to manipulate space itself. What I mean by that is, if we take God for example, if we take an omniscient being for example, it is as they thinketh, it becometh. So if that's the case, right, the powers that are held within the ether, to thinketh, it becometh. What biohack is to make that process more streamlined. And if any of you are familiar with my content for a long time, it has been about the efficiency at which mitochondria move. Because for the longest time, mitochondria has been so inefficient. Now that cyborgs are existing, now that biohacking is becoming mass adopted, the mitochondria can finally move in a much more efficient manner. So let me put my phone down real quick. If we talk about mitochondria and biohacking and the way that manipulation of space works, the idea is that one thing is here yet it's not. What does that mean? One thing is here yet it's not. What does that mean? One thing is here yet it's not. What does that mean? One thing is here yet it's not. What does that mean? What that means is the reason why when we think something's here, it's not there anymore. Because the mitochondria moves at such a pace that by the time that this shell gets to that point, it's already, like, there's a saying, and I hate this saying, better late than never. No, late is never. Why? Because at the time that you thought about it, why didn't you do it? Late is never. Why? Because at the time that we think, oh, if I do it now, it'll make up for then. That's not how it works. Late is never. However, here's the thing. What is this concept of being late? It's just a social construct, right? So why I say late is never, we can revamp that. We can restate that into what was here, however, ago. The mitochondria is already somewhere else and it's not there anymore, right? So again, how this existence is moving at such a pace, when I say late is never, if that's the case, everything is behind. Not anymore though. Why? Because of delayed gratification. And it's called the slingshot effect. It's called electromagnetics, right? Let me explain. The slingshot effect is as far as something gets pulled back, is as far yet exponentially more it'll move forward. Electromagnetics. How does that work? Push and pull. Attract and repel. This is important because attracting and repelling, when one thing is going towards something else, so when one thing is going towards something else, it is also attracting and it's also repelling. Let me give you an example. For me specifically, I want to dominate this existence, right? Make more wealth than even fathomable. All kinds of wealth. Make so much wealth it's not even fathomable. Spiritual wealth, emotional, mental wealth, physical wealth, all the wealths, an infinite number of wealths. I want to amass so much amount of wealth that's not even fathomable, right? And so, if that's the case, by attracting and repelling, what I'm saying is, because I'm on this journey, right, and because the process is the destination, the more things that I am attracting towards amassing an infinite amount of wealth is also repelling things that are deterring me from that. So by repelling things that are deterring me from that, it's actually making it easier to attract things that are attracting me towards the things that I aspire. And there's this saying in the entrepreneurial world where they say, don't talk about your goals, quote unquote, don't talk about whatever. Why? That doesn't make any sense. By talking about the things that you aspire, the RAS fires even more and more. Why would you not want that? Also, by talking about your goals, it also manifests itself even more. Also, because of the laws of attraction, you're attracting more of those similar energies. Also, like I said earlier, by deterring and repelling energies that will repel energies that deter you from getting to your goals, right? And this is the thing that I want to talk about. When I say goals, I don't mean things to achieve and accomplish and obtain. When I say goals, what I mean is the process in which to get to improving. Because everything that I do, right? Beatboxing, rapping, dancing, biohacking, whatever you may see, it's not to obtain X, Y, and Z. No. It's to simply improve at those things. So every time I biohack, it's to biohack. Every time I beatbox, it's to biohack beatbox. Every time I rap, it's to biohack rap. Every time I dance, it's to biohack dance, right? So it's not to obtain the goals. What it is to improve at biohacking. What it is to improve at beatboxing. What it is to improve at rapping. What it is to improve at dancing, right? What it is to improve at biohack. What it is to improve at beatbox. What it is to improve at rap. What it is to improve at dance, right? And in my videos a while back, I talk about these things, guys. The reason why I want to dominate this existence is simply for one thing, to improve. That's literally it. And if I can explain this in layman's terms, the reason why I'm at the point that I am at is because it was always to improve. That was it. And the moment that I discovered biohacking, because of my electricity, now I'm hedonically adapted to it. When I discovered biohacking for the first time, it wasn't something that I was like smacked in the face with anymore. It wasn't something that I was like in awe about. It wasn't something that was super difficult for me to wrap my head around. It was just something that happened and I was like, makes sense. All right, makes sense. When I discovered biohacking for the first time, it was just like, makes sense. So the reason for this is because by manifesting the process, when things are occurring now, it's not even going to be a shock anymore. It's going to be a no-brainer. It's going to be as if it was always supposed to be like this. It's going to be like, well, yeah, of course, So, for those of you that are on this journey with me, right, the 0.01% of people that are here, what I want you guys to understand is that in terms, as literally how it is, in seasons, in crucial periods, right? Right now, I'm in a crucial period season. Why? Because the things that I do matter, right? Understanding that however I lived before has set me up for today. And what's happening is, as I continue to live the way I am right now, things that I'm doing are gonna stack. And as these things stack, life only gets easier. This is what's very interesting, right? There was an entrepreneur that I remember listening to a while back. He's like a multimillionaire. What he said was, more money, more problems. That's the flaw. That's actually cap. The reason why for him it was more money, more problems is because he didn't manifest the process. All he did was got there without even realizing it. However, in my existence, what I'm realizing is as you get older, things get easier, right? And in this multi-gazillionaire journey, as I amass massive amounts of wealth, right, an infinite amount of wealth, things are literally just gonna get easier and 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 easier. This is because of a couple things. Number one is hedonic adaptation. And number two is because of biohack.